All right, guys, good morning to everybody. This is KEL. I'm all the way in Hanoi, Vietnam right now doing this commentaries. And of course, we can see that the market is going crazy. Once again, gold price from the 5,300 slam down below 5,200 and now rebounding back again. This is going to be a crazy market. I'll talk to you more about this gold very, very shortly. But the main thing is this, right? I suspect that there could be more movement later tonight. All right, there should be more movement. Things are really a lot of things are ongoing right now, making things very, very complicated for some people. And of course, we do know that funds are really flying their funds everywhere to basically get a hold of the current situation. Yeah. Okay, just to let you know what is going on at the moment right now. Just give me a moment. I have a lot of messages all coming in at the same time when I'm texting here itself. Okay. All right, so today is the 30th of January 2026, CRAZII Global Market Talk with KEL, CRAZII anytime, anywhere. All right, so the thing is this, what do we expect from the market? I'll tell you very, very shortly. But before that, disclaimer apply as usual. Please do your risk management accordingly. That's very important. Let's look at the fundamental first for today. Very, very important. Okay, the fundamental side, let's take a look. Now, the S&P 500 closed lower last night because Microsoft tanks. Now, Microsoft tanking is not a good sign. Microsoft is one of the best company in the world, and for it to tank more than 9% in a single day tells you a lot of the market, right? So the best thing is this, the earnings was not bad at all, but the market just sold instead. And Bitcoin has lost 5% overnight yesterday to the lowest level in 2 months now. I have been very bearish with Bitcoin. I've been telling you guys about this, and it's really happening right now. So Microsoft basically came off because of the cloud growth slowdown in the fiscal second quarter. And they also issue a soft guidance for the operating margin for the fiscal third quarter. Now, one thing to know, Microsoft, one of the best company, if they are telling you that they have a soft guidance for the fiscal third quarter, it means that there is a possible AI breakdown, which the market is now actually kind of worried because everybody knows that this AI build-up is all like building out in a castle in the air. So if one day reality do step in or do surface, there's going to be some form of worry at the market. And that's why we have seen the companies that are similar, like ServiceNow, Oracle, Salesforce, were trading down. All right. So the iShares Expanded Technology Software Sector, the ETF, has also fell by 5%, and this down by 22% from its high recently. So all these speaks for itself. Yeah. So the thing is this, at the same time right now, interestingly, Meta jumps by 10% because Facebook parent gave a better, stronger than expected first quarter sales forecast. Interesting. All right, but of course, we all know that there's ongoing murmuring and says that the Facebook, the accounting itself usually have been a little bit creative, not too sure. So this for you to go and do your own research and you can check it out on your own, yeah? Now, one thing to note today is going to be big one is Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is going to likely be announcing the replacement for Jerome Powell as the next Fed chairman. Now, one thing to note is that most likely Kevin Hassett will be my pick that Donald Trump will pick. Now, if he does do that, we're going to see a lot of movement coming on the gold market because Kevin Hassett is more prone to cutting interest rate. Now, cutting interest rate is a good thing for the market at the start, but it's going to give a strong problem to inflation. And that's why you can see the gold price now is so volatile because now it's everybody's bet. If you bet that it's not Kevin Hassett, then of course gold price will come down. But if you bet that Kevin Hassett will be the next Fed chairman, then gold will go up. So that's why everybody now is placing their bets in the market. And that's why you can see the thing is going crazy in the market right now. The algorithm is going nutcase and prices are going everywhere, as you can see right now. Yeah. So just let you know why it's a market so volatile today. Okay. Because this is going to be crazy. All right. Now, one thing to note now, the thing is this, the process of Jerome Powell replacement began in September with the 11 candidate failed. And of course, end of the day, so we all know that majority of the people believe that Kevin Hassett will be the next guy. You can see that there are four of them. Fed Governor Kevin Walsh, National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett, current Fed Governor Christopher Waller, and BlackRock Chief Investment Officer, Rick Ryder. I don't think you'll get that. I kind of believe that. Yeah. Okay. Now, one thing to note um, because of the dollar that's coming off very strongly at the moment, the strong currency in the world, sterling, I'm sorry, the Swiss franc is now at a big problem because when the franc get too expensive, it becomes very difficult for the export-import business. And because of that, that causes a lot of a problem now for the people in Switzerland. Now, Microsoft lost $357 billion as a market cap due to the yesterday drop of more than 9%. And of course, at the same time itself, now the software stocks are now under pressure, and they feel that now the AI disruption is going to hit in the market very soon. And interestingly, despite Donald Trump has his tariff in the market, the trade deficit soared by 94%. Oh my goodness. So which means that even though Donald Trump has told people that the tariff is going to help them in the trade deficit, but as a matter of fact, the numbers show it's not really happening. So the thing is this right now, that means that they are spending more and more, and this is not going to be a good thing. And of course, it's not going to help. Okay, initially that it went down, but now it went back up again. So this is where things are getting a little bit dicey here. And of course, JP Morgan thinks that gold may even top $8,000. Now, of course, all these numbers, whatever they say, just take a pinch of salt. Don't read too much into that because like I can say 10,000, 15,000, maybe in the time to come, who knows? All right, so don't think too much into that. Yeah. All right, now one thing I want to share with you on my Twitter or my x.com is a few article. Now, one thing to note for a company like Microsoft, okay, to lose $400 billion in market cap in a single day really is not a joking matter. All right. Now, Microsoft shares has been stagnant, but for it to drop so much in a single day really tells you that something is kind of wrong somewhere. Now, this is going to be an interesting thing itself. Okay, back in 2007 and 2009, when the housing Lehman Brothers collapsed, we do know that gold price went up. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, in the COVID period, the thing happened, gold price went up. So the thing is now, right, when now we see gold price from a mere 2,500 going up all the way, okay, going all the way to now 5,500. What do you think? Now, of course, the main thing is that the dollar is the main drive. When the housing market collapsed, they printed the dollar, so that's why the gold price went up. Then the COVID happens, then they print the dollar, the gold price go up. That one we understand. But the question is now the dollar is coming down, but there is no reason for that. Okay, except that now US Treasuries is something that people doesn't want. So that means that if the US Treasury is the main reason, they need to print more dollar to go and buy more treasuries and then depreciate the US dollar, then of course that means the US economy internally is having a bit of problem right now. So this is why you need to be very careful on this. If that is the only reason I can think of, is that the reason is that USA is going to have a technical recession. Okay, a technical. Okay, technical recession. Now, technical recession means that it's not really due to the market force, but because of the current situation that causes the market not able to produce positive numbers. And that's why I believe that it will be a technical recession coming in for the US market. All right. So this is something that I would like to share this with you at this moment right now. But again, once again, it depends on the market. Okay. Now, next thing I want to share with you today is this. Okay, let me just clear this up. Now, of course, I always feel that Peter Schiff is always a joke. A broken clock can be correct twice a day. So apparently, Peter Schiff says that, right, there's going to be a so-called catastrophic thing happen and blah, blah, blah. He's been saying for many, many years. Now, he say again on this Fox Business channel, but this time around, I kind of take a little bit more on his side because of the gold and silver price. Now, for gold and silver price to be moving up so crazy is really not a good sign. As I said earlier, it's the dollar concern. So that is why I think that there could be a real bigger movement in the US Dow Jones in the next 2 weeks to come. And of course, we saw yesterday the gold price came down. My goodness, with a few hours, the market came down by $3.2 trillion worth of gold. And then after that, recovered basically 2.3 trillion. I mean, my goodness, how much money is being moved, played around to create money out of nowhere, right? So that is whereby you should know that this is not a good sign. All right, really, this is really a craziness in just 30 minutes. All right, so this is all the fundamentals for you to just take a look at it, the market. But end of the day, you have to decide what makes best for you, and of course, trade according to plan. Yeah. Okay. So now we look into the technical now. Hang on a minute. Let me just change my screen. Okay, guys, let's talk about gold first. I'm pretty sure you want to hear more about gold. Now, gold this morning opening price is 5385, MLP 5401. Now, because of that, very clearly the market default is more towards the sell than the buy. This morning, it purposely tapped above the MLP but failed to stay above. That is a warning sign in the market. Today is a DJDD, it's a doji directional day, and very important today that today the market today is below pivot 2. So it's a doji directional day where the OP stands on its own. And also at the same time, it's below pivot 2. It's a classic sell signal. So that's why today we have a bit of selling in the market, which is really happening right now. The only thing is that the boys are still buying relentlessly. So you can see that every time the market comes down, the boys will come in to buy very strongly over here. So this is going to be a very interesting thing here, guys. Now, let's say we talk about this. The boys has been buying all the way here. So every time the price comes down, the boys buy, buy, buy. Okay, there's nothing wrong on the buying. The question is this: what if the buying exhausted? So let's say this happened, okay? If the market one day decided that the buying failed, I mean whoever been buying, the market really stopped buying, then I can tell you safely the market can come down all the way to here itself. Now, I'm not trying to say that the gold price will slam and go down below 5,000, but I'm just informing you that if everybody is looking to buy something and then it doesn't give them the same result that they want, then the opposite can actually really happen. So that is where my concerning factor will be, okay? So I'm not calling for sell on gold to that point, but I'm just informing you that the gold has to stay above. So what number is this? We know it's about 5,105 level. So which means that gold must stay above 5105 by today or next week. Gold has to stay above 5105. Now, if gold fail to stay above 5105 in the time to come, then I'm so sorry. You need to be very careful because gold can go down to this 4824 or 482 plus level in the next few weeks. Okay, so this is going to be very important. Now, there is a double stack KCB here as well. You can see it's double stack. So it's about 4,000 to 4,999 to 5,000 mark. All right. So again, all these tells you. Now, the only thing, as I say, the market boys, the retails and the big boys are still buying. So that is the only one holding the market right now. If the market fail to hold or turn red color, that is where the real selling will kick in. Okay. So this is going to be a very, very important thing to share with you. Yeah. Okay. The next thing is we're going to look at um, the chart that everybody want me to show again. Now, okay, let's bring it to you. Okay, so this is the gold chart that I show you on the 26th of January. Now, how did I do that? Let me just explain this to you. So first of all, what I did, okay, was very simple. I basically find a low that is doable. Then after that, I did the Fibo. And after I did the FIBO, I realized that is basically the FIBO accuracy is there because you can see all the touch point there. Okay. So once this is done, I do extrapolation on that. And we have the first number, the 61.8. And then after that, with the 26.8. So the difference between 261.8 and 161.8 is 5595. Now, if you want to be precise, actually it's 5597. So if I put 5597, I'm just only $1 away from the all-time high. But it's okay, that's not the point. The point is this. That means the market is actually constructed to behave very mechanically. So where is the next support, guys? Now, this is what you need to hear, everybody. Stand by, listen to what I have to say. So now everyone take a look. Now, if let's say the 5595 is actually the highest point, which we basically predicted that, amazing, yeah? Then the number here that is on your screen right now, let me just bring to you, is somehow around 4659. Okay. So make it easier, 4660. So very simple, you guys, you know the drill. You take 5595 plus 4660. Come on, guys. Then divide by 2. What number would you get? 5595 plus 4660, add together, divide by 2. What number do you get? Can someone help me on this? Okay, I can see number coming up right now. It's 5127. Yes, 5127. Okay, now guys, watch the magic. Okay, watch the magic trick. So you can see that. I put a number in. I change the color to something a bit different. Maybe we try pink. And I change number 5127. And here we go. Ta-da! That is why the market stopped there yesterday. This is why yesterday the gold price stopped there yesterday. Mathematically, that's how it works. So now this morning, the gold price lowest point, 5512, it touches there and then stay there. So everybody now take note of this number, 5127. So 5127 is the so-called technical support level that is not seen. So the market has to stay above it. If the market fail, the selling can be devastating. It may see 4660 happening. Okay. So this is what very scary part of the market right now in terms of technical. So let's see whether this will actually happen. Yeah. So traders, please watch out for that. Very, very important. Okay. All clear? Okay, so that is for gold. So how about silver, right? Some of you asking for silver. It was the same thing, but I lost the chart. So I'm gonna just do a very quick one here as well. Okay. Okay, so this is how I do that. Okay. Okay, so you can see the same thing, the same drama, right? The difference between the both of them. Okay, let's try it out, everybody. This number here is and this is same goal, sorry. Yeah, error, sorry, my bad. Here we go. So you can see that silver has actually reached its high at the moment of 260, 1 to 161. So if you want to put it there, my internet is dropping very fast as we're speaking. Not too sure why. Somehow, maybe someone doesn't want me to tell you about certain thing. Okay, so silver basically when it hit 115 was a very, very high level. And 115 level is a very high level. So that means if silver is a pullback, we can see silver coming back all the way down back to 98 level. Yeah, silver can come back down to 98 level. So traders, be careful if you are buying a lot of silver. If silver price pulls back, we can see coming back to the 98 level. Now we are at 110, right? Yeah, I understand that. So a lot of people have been asking me, Cal, can they buy some silver to keep? I say, wait for a while, let it pull back down to 98, because anyway, $100 is a psychological level. It makes sense that you wait for about 98 level to buy some silver. Okay, I may not be able to predict the exact low here, but at least we know that we shouldn't chase the market at this point right now. Yeah. So for friends who want to, tell me they want to buy a lot of silver to keep and stuff like that, my personal advice for you is just go slow at this very point right now. Okay. So it's a bit of advice here, up to you to make your own final decision. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is for silver for you. Now we'll look at a silver chart, a quick one at a silver chart right now. Now silver chart has the same thing. Now the scary part is this. Everyone take a look. If you look at the silver chart right now, silver chart is also below the opening price, is below the pivot 2. That's why the market sold down. But the main thing is this, is that if you look carefully, you look downwards, the first target for KCB is 105, okay, which is what we mentioned. But the main thing is this, the next KCB is 96. Yes, the same thing that we talked about just moments ago, 98, right? So that is reason why that there is a possibility for the silver to pull back. Now, same thing again, at the moment, the KSI, the KCX are very bullish for silver and gold, so you don't get to see the type of impact coming in. But again, as a stress, end of the day, you must understand that the market has been going up on a very strong scale. A lot of funds come in, and as a trader for so many years, I can tell you this, whenever everybody congregate at the same place, and then after that, we have a massive selling off like the day before, I can tell you that that is never a good sign. Yeah. Because when the market is supposed to be bullish, it shouldn't be able to come down. But if the market comes down in a fair or a big manner, you just need to be very, very careful. Okay. Now, the next market I'll share with you is the Dow Jones, which I kind of vested interest there, meaning I am selling the market. Now, this Dow Jones, why I sell? Because there's a few key reasons. Number one, we have a very strong resistance at the KCL there at 49,202 that happened yesterday. Number two is trading now below the MA30. Now, despite the Dow Jones, beside the US market has been pretty positive, if you look carefully, the US market has been holding around this area for a very, very long time. The market has been trying to, push up, come down, push up, come down. It's like, heavily weighted around here while the boys are buying and buying and buying. So if the boys are buying and the market cannot go up itself, right? Usually this tells me that something is very wrong here. So I don't know whether the market will crash, but at least I know there's a stack today in the KCB and pivot 2. Pivot 2, 48.53.6, KCB 48.53.5, just 1 point different, yeah? So because of that, that gives me a very strong feel that the market will be attracted downwards, especially during the European market. But again, because the boys are buying relentlessly itself, right? I'm not half surprised if the market comes down to here, the market will buy again. Now, if the market really sell instead, then the next KCB can go down all the way to 48,116. And where we are right now, 48,810. So we're talking about almost a 700 points move towards the downside if the market really, really comes off. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones for you. Now, the next market we can look at will be the NASDAQ, obviously, then followed by Bitcoin. Yeah. Now, the NASDAQ, let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now, okay, this will be a hybrid now. Just change the color, the thing. Now, the NASDAQ has a very long tail yesterday, but if you look carefully, it basically takes out the KCB, all right, almost the KCB here. That's why it's not taken out yet, yeah? Okay, so if you look at it right now, the NASDAQ this morning came down, touched the MA30 very nicely. So again, this tells you our crazy system that if you have it, you will know why the market hits certain technical point and then rebound. There's always a reason for everything, okay? Now, one thing to note now is the KSI has turned to red. That is a very, very dangerous point. So pivot 1, 25704 will be my technical level. If the market breaks below 25704, I suspect that the market will pull back all the way down to the KCB at 25359. That is the NASDAQ for you, yeah? I don't think the near term the NASDAQ will go up because of what happened in Microsoft, and even Meta didn't help it up. So I think that the market is more towards a sell than a buy. Last one before we go for today, it is the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, where are you, my friend? Bitcoin. Here we go. Okay, guys, I have been very, what do you call, adamant with my view on Bitcoin, even though I'm bullish for Bitcoin for this year, but I've given you the stronghold that do not buy Bitcoin yet. And you can see what's the reason. First of all, we have a 4 diamond right here. We draw a line across it. You can see the market supported at the 4 diamond level. That's very good, right? So when the market does that, that's a very good sign of support. But when the market failed to go higher while the boys are buying, that was where I know that something is very wrong. And once the market goes below the line, no matter what you tell me, you are definitely a seller. Now, the thing is this, it comes with the KCL here. So it came with KCL, below OP, below KCL, diamond line, sell. KSI red, sell. Retail blue, sell. So that was where the market just collapsed down. Now, recently, when the Bitcoin went up, a friend of mine was asking me, KL, can we buy? Because your indicator turns green. I told him, but the color is red, so I think to buy small a little bit if you want to buy. But when the market basically breaks down, I know that the market will come off, and that was where the market now is coming off. So at the moment right now, you can see gold was trading at 5130 just now, just 5 minutes ago. Now gold is 5188. $40 just dropped like this. Come on, guys, this is crazy. Okay, so for Bitcoin, I believe Bitcoin is going to hit towards 79,882. Now, 2, 3 weeks ago, when Bitcoin was here, I already said Bitcoin will go down to 79,882. Remember that? How many of you remember that? In my sharing like this, that I say Bitcoin, you'll see, if Bitcoin sell, you will see the price coming out 79,882. You remember that? Let me know by putting a yes or remember, yeah? Yeah. So now the thing is this, guys, do not buy into Bitcoin right now. Do not buy. We still got some room to go. All right. And of course, it all depends on the next potential Fed chairman. If the chairman is Kevin Hassett, maybe Bitcoin may recover. If the chairman is not Kevin Hassett, then of course Bitcoin can go down much lower. We can even see a potential 77,000. Okay. So all these numbers are for you to take note, everything for reference. Nothing is 100%. We trade as we trade and follow what we're supposed to do as a trader. Yeah. Till then, again, guys, thank you very much. This is Cal signing off. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ha. Mm.